folks. Today I am turning the largest, or should I say the widest piece I've ever turned. This thing is just under 18 inches wide, which is the largest my lathe will turn. It's a piece of walnut with resin. It's about 3 inches thick right now, so this is going to turn into a walnut and resin platter. I think turned out pretty good. Um, Again, this is the biggest thing I've turned, so there was a lot of learning going on and a lot of hesitation. A few times I was a little scared, but it was fun. I think it turned out pretty well. So thanks for being here. My name is Jason. I'm the hands. You'll see in the video, and this is Harris Maker Shop. So if you like what you see, do the things. That'd be great. If not, cool too. Just watch, enjoy, and I'll pop in and out throughout the video. Enjoy. One of the difficulties I had with this turning is with the way the walnut was shaped, was a walnut burl, and how the resin laid in it, it was very unbalanced. I think the fastest I could get this thing up to was maybe 500 before my lathe started walking all over the floor. So it was a really slow turn. Um, and from my experience, the resin really likes to turn a lot faster than that. So there's a lot of chip out, a lot of things that need to be filled, or just very, very light cuts. So it took quite a while to get this thing turned, but it was a challenge for sure. Over my last few turns, I've been trying to work on keeping the foot of the tenon as flat as possible. So when the chuck jaws rest up against it, they rest level. And when I turn the bowl around, I get as little wobble as possible. Issue I run into here is that this platter is only 3 inches thick, and after turning and thinning and trimming away what I don't need, I want to keep as much thickness as possible. So I'm trying not to remove too much on the bottom, just so I can keep that thickness. you've made it to the bowl turn, I really appreciate you guys sticking around this long. This is where things get a little interesting. Trying to make sure this platter doesn't become a very expensive funnel. So it's still fun, still a good time. Run into some more challenges with just resin and wood challenges you always run into. Um, but since you stayed here this long, if you like what you're seeing, please do the things: click the like, the subscribe, maybe share, maybe hit that little bell. I would really appreciate it. It really helps me try to grow this channel. So thank you very much, and we'll get back to hollowing this platter out. Like I mentioned earlier, I was pretty concerned about trying not to make this turn into a expensive funnel, so I started using my calipers pretty early on here. One thing I realized is that my calipers won't reach to the middle. This bowl was far too wide this platter was far too wide to get the calipers to reach into the center or close to the center of the platter. So it was kind of a crapshoot. Yeah, I was a little worried about that. So after I got the inside of the platter to where I thought I wanted it, I called it a night. I'd already put in my full day of work in a couple hours on this that night, and this is the next probably Saturday morning. Um, I start out with putting a resin finish on the bottom of the bowl, which if you're watching any of my other videos is really becoming one of my favorite finishes, or a way of starting the finish. Obviously, I polish it up and do more sanding and whatnot, but I really seals any cracks, and it's pretty easy to do. So now that's where we're at this time. Well, I either forgot to hit record or lost the footage of me finishing the hollowing out of the inside of the bowl and putting my first coat of resin, UV resin, to seal it up. So we pick up here. I've already flattened out the bowl. You can see the texture or the contour of the inside of the bowl is a little bit different. I got rid of the ledge that I had put in there, and I'm at the point of sanding off and flattening out the UV resin. So if I find it, I'll edit the video, but I think I lost it or I forgot to hit the record. Uh, I'm finishing up the inside. For my final sanding and polishing process, I'm here just working through the Axe products of abrasive paste. Put a little bit of their tung oil paste. I'll let that sit for a bit, then go through their sanding paste also. I like the stuff. It seems to work. I like the way it leaves a nice finish on these before I get to buffing. If you've watched any of my other videos or shorts, I've had an experience with a resin bowl flying off uh, these cold chucks when I was trying to remove the tenon, and that's the last thing I wanted to have happen with this one. Um, the issue here is my cold chucks only spread to about 15 inches maybe, and the inside of that bowl is just at that max distance. It's maybe even a little bit loose on there, so this tenon removal really had me puckering. I just didn't want this thing bouncing off a wall when I'm so close to the end. feeling pretty lucky. I was successful in not having this platter fly off my cold chucks, and I was able to remove that tenon. Um, I went ahead and just did a quick laser of my logo on the bottom of this. And now we are just about at the end, and we're buffing the platter up for some final beauty shots at the end. So again, thank you for sticking with this. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you think I deserve it, a like, a subscribe, all the good things would be very much appreciated. Helps me grow this channel. Right now, we're still a very, very small channel, so delusions of grandeur. I'd like to grow as much as possible. So your help, your like, your subscribe would definitely help with that. So thank you all very much, and enjoy the rest of the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.